Jackson is finding it hard to fit in.
Então menino desse escolher
For a kid like him to choose a different path is very difficult.
muito difícil. Porque é idêntico ao Boa Gente.
Because he's like me, Boa Gente.
Entendeu? Fui sofrido
I've suffered
por
like
ele.
him.
Eu tive
I've been
convite
asked to
pra
sell
vender
drugs
droga.
and to use
Tive
drugs,
convite para cheirar. E eu tive
but
a
I had the
oportunidade
chance to
de
take a different
seguir
path.
caminhos diferentes.
Tem vezes que eu procuro ele assim.
There
na
are
época de
times,
festa,
like
que
at
ele
parties, when he
Você não consegue
disappears.
encontrar ele de jeito
He
nenhum.
disappears and you can't find him.
Porque minha tia disse que mataram
My
ele,
aunt
mas
came and
tinha
told me
alguém
that my
que
father had been shot.
Aí só que eu tinha ido.
I went to the hospital and he was still alive.
A gente ficou conversando, relembrando quando eu era pequeno.
They let me in the room
Quando eu tinha
and we
nascido.
talked, remembering things from when I was younger, when I was born. We remembered a lot of things. He asked someone to take me out of the room, and then he was gone.
Boa Gente's second great contribution to the community of Pedrinhas is his radio station. Twice a day he broadcasts a mix of news, music, and public service announcements to people who are mostly too poor to buy a newspaper and too poorly schooled to read one. In the meantime, his pupils, including Jackson, are getting ready for a big day, a series of tests and initiations that will make them true capoeiristas. And Boa Gente makes sure that the whole district knows about it.
Beleza, beleza, gente boa, eu daqui, você daí. Na primeira capital do Brasil, são precisamente 11 horas e 45 minutos. Agora, de qualquer ponto da cidade...
Jackson is training hard for the event. Like most martial arts, capoeira operates on a grading system signified by colored belts. The first and most important of these is presented at the batizado, the capoeira baptism. Once baptized, a part of you will belong to capoeira forever. But for Jackson, will it be enough? Most people in favelas live below the poverty line. If they can find a legal job at all, it involves long hours and survival-level wages. Drug dealers and criminals make at least 2 or 3 times as much and get nice clothes, gold watches, and respect. It's hard to resist being sucked into the vicious circle of violence and retribution. It's the morning of the batizado ceremony, and Boa Gente is getting everybody ready. Jackson has a big decision to make. Does he commit himself to Boa Gente and the tough new regime of capoeira and schooling, or rejoin his friends in the pursuit of cheap thrills and cash? he decides a new life is worth fighting for.
Come on in, Jackson.
After he started capoeira, he totally changed. He stopped agonizing about his dad. He stopped being so violent. Now he says to me, if it wasn't for Boa Gente, I don't know where I would be.
In capoeira, you have a nickname, a capoeira baptism nickname. And this nickname is chosen based on your behavior. His nickname will be Águia, the eagle, because he's raised himself from the streets.
Águia.
Eagle. My nickname is Eagle. I think it's a really great name. For me, this is a very cool name.
Jackson is an example. When he started here, he was very traumatized, trying to break everything, kicking and screaming. And today, he is a wonderful person.
Capoeira has definitely changed my life. Because before, we used to mess with cars, insult people in the street, throw stones, and since I started, it's just school, radio, computer course, and capoeira.
Jackson may still live in the favela, but in his own way he's managed to leave the mean streets of Bahia behind.
Seus documentos e encontra-se aqui. Galera, aqui na primeira capital do Brasil, são 9h07. Estamos apresentando. E agora vai ter o Águia. Vem aí, Águia.
Farmácia São Roque. Temos cartões telefônicos, recarga para celular e filme fotográfico. Ligue 346 1455. 346
Bahia's African roots were integral to the development of Carnival, but it was 700 miles away in Rio, where they turned it into a multi-million-dollar spectacle. In 3 months' time, Mangueira will perform here, the Sambadrome, a purpose-built concrete runway a mile long. Few people outside Brazil realize that the focus of Carnival is an organized competition. The 75,000 spectators that fill the stadium are not just here for the show. They are here to cheer on their team. 14 schools will be marked by a panel of 40 judges on everything from music and lyrics to costume design and choreography. And the judges will be on the lookout for anyone who isn't up to the job. This could be her. Luciana Chavez has arranged to join Mangueira for the very first time.
I've always been curious about Carnival. I often watch it on television and say to myself, one day I'll take part in this.
Each year, the Rio Samba schools allow a small number of outsiders to take part in exchange for much-needed funds. The Samba School has given Luciana a CD containing the newly chosen theme song for this year's parade. Over the next 3 months, she must learn Mangueira's theme by heart and learn to sing it as if her life depends on it.